Welcome to the Stronger, Leaner, Lighter show this Wednesday, the last day of June. And we're going to be talking about the mid-year reset with some manifestation tapping to help you make your intentions real. I'm looking forward to sharing this with you. And hello, welcome. Welcome to the 30th of June. Welcome to the Twilight Zone. And of course, for those of you who are not in Australia and maybe watching this today, we've just gone into a series of lockdowns. I wanted to share something with you I just saw and the ridiculous of this. And one of our major newspapers today has printed their headline that Queenslanders are in the grip of fear and panic over this deadly virus. Can I let you know? No, we're not. No, we're not. We're not in the grip of fear at all. You know, we knew this was coming. This is winter. We've gone into winter. Of course, our caseloads are going to go up. That's just, it's a virus. And of course, what they're, talking about is that the Northern Hemisphere have got their viruses under their cases under control. Of course they have. It's summer. Ugh. So I just want to remind you as you come on today, I'm going to be talking about manifestation today. I'm going to be talking about resetting intentions. And this is a theme I want for you to kind of understand today. You are in control of what you think and believe and do, no matter what. Please stop getting into any of this fear-driven narrative because it just perpetuates. The fear, if you fall into fear, will impact on your immune system. And the last thing you need is a lowered immune system at the present time. We are going into winter. That's when we get these viruses. It happens every year. This is no different to any other year. The only thing is it's in the news all the time. And I had this conversation earlier this morning on my group call when I said, you are always in control of your beliefs, your thoughts, your words, and your actions. You. And as we get to this stage in our lives, especially as we're over 50 and, I'm in my mid-60s, draw on your wisdom and intuition. That's what this is all about. Draw on your wisdom and intuition. Resist the temptation to buy into that narrative. My daughter's in the media, and what they say is blood sells. Disaster sells. So a fear-driven headline from that will make people click to read it. It is not your reality. It is not your reality. What we're going to be sharing today is how you manifest a reality. In all of this, please remember you are a sovereign being. You have control over what you believe and you think. And we are not gripped in fear at all. This is ridiculous. Stupid comment from a journalist. But that's their job. Their job is to sell newspapers, get people to click on it. So just be very mindful. And as I said today, I'm going to be sharing with you. I'd love your comments. What do you think about all this? It's just ridiculous. I'm sorry, it is. And I don't know whether I'm going to shut down or people tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't care. This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Where is the common sense? Where is the common sense? Surely and sorely lacking right now. So be careful. Make sure you're reading widely. I've been listening to some great podcasts the other day, and I put on my Facebook page, if you haven't seen it, a phenomenal podcast I listened to yesterday. Sean Stevenson with the Model Health Show is one of the best health podcasts I've ever listened to in my entire life. Everything he talks about is evidence-based. Everything he talks about has science behind it. And he just did an hour-and-a-half podcast with Dr. McCauley yesterday that absolutely brilliant is all I can say. So make your own mind up. Read widely. That's what we need to do right now. Don't get your information from one source. There's so much information. But remember, you are in control of your own thoughts, ideas, beliefs, and actions. You listening to this, and you've got the wisdom and the intuition to make good choices. If something doesn't feel right, question it. Question it. We had a situation I was sharing with my clients today on my call last Sunday. Jerry and I were supposed to go to Brisbane for something, and I just had this really strong feeling we shouldn't go. And I kept thinking, oh, don't be silly, whatever. I was worried something was going to happen to the car or we're going to be an accident. It was a couple of things that happened along the way that kind of, oh, there's a bit of a sign. And we're on the M1, and this feeling was so strong. It was almost suffocating me. Don't go, don't go, don't go. And we were coming literally to the very last exit off the Gold Coast, before we head to Brisbane. And I turned to Jerry and I couldn't even get the words out. I said, I just don't think and he finished my sentence, we should be going. I've got this strong feeling we shouldn't either. Just in time for me to get off the thing, I said, oh, if you've got it too, let's go. And as we came up and around, we sort of go up across the M1 and come back down again, the feeling dissipated. Now, I don't know what it was. I have no idea to this day, and that's the thing with an intuition, right? But this is the time to trust it. Trust your gut. Trust your intuition. If it doesn't feel right, question it, because it probably isn't. You are a wise woman. You've got enough now knowledge about yourself. You've seen the BS over the years. You can smell it a mile away. Make your own decisions. Make your own decisions. Let me know how you feel. Let me know if you've had this sort of intuitive thoughts, but be really careful of watching the mainstream media. I couldn't believe that headline today. That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, Louise, be aware, be informed to make intelligent, informed choices. That's exactly right, Louise. Like, no one's talking about health. Vitamin D, vitamin C, healthy vegetables, get outside and exercise, watch your stress. Nobody's talking about that. All we hear is cases. And if it was really about health, that'd be the first thing. Oh my goodness, please go get some vitamin D. Please go get some healthy lean vegetables. We wouldn't have the takeaway stores still open, right? The main ones. They'd be closed. So would the alcohol stores, because we'd have to watch people's health. Now I'll get off my rampage. This is driving me crazy. The narrative is ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. And it's not about health, people. It's not about health, because if it was, that would be the headline news. Where our health ministers would be standing up telling us what to do for health. Instead, all they're telling us is about cases. That's not health. That's not about health. If I get shut down, so be it. I'm ready for this. Yeah, exactly, Louise. Health is never mentioned. Do you know, they should be talking at the moment about, are you getting enough sleep? Like, how are your stress levels? Are you monitoring how much sugar you're eating? Are you looking at the packages on the back, on the what's in the ingredients in the packages, the food you're buying, ensuring you're not having too much trans fats? It's interesting, isn't it? Because one of the things that causes cancers, heart disease, aging is trans fats, and right now, fried foods. So of course, those stores, the big ones I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about, that sell fried chips. So bad for your health. Why aren't they shut down? Why are we not, subsidizing organic farmers? Why aren't we sending some of these people out to help them pick vegetables? I mean, we've got vegetables and fruit they can't get backpackers in. Why? Anyway, you know where I'm going with this, right? You're all my friends. I'm speaking to the converted. I know I am. Let me know what you think. All righty. Big shout out again to Naz Cosmetics, our absolute fantastic sponsors. Please check out Jen's site. And right now, if you are looking for a side hustle, you're looking to change your career, Jen has a phenomenal facilitator program. It's just so what she's put together is amazing. So check out her site and have a look at NAS Cosmetics. They are brilliant. We're talking about non-toxic, no chemicals. What you put on your skin, extremely important. She created this in her kitchen. How exciting is that? I love it. All right. This is the work when this is the time when doing your inner work is imperative, because there's so much coming at you at the moment. And I know for many people, what's going on is dividing families. I know that from firsthand experience. This is dividing families because there are people sitting on either side of the fence. And it'd be very, very challenging sometimes to not get drawn into an argument on either side. Everybody's going through their own stuff at the moment. But when times are tough, when we're being challenged on our narrative, when we've been challenged about our belief, the work that you do, your inner work in particular, is so important. It's easy to do EFT and meditation and eating well and drinking water and getting enough sleep when times are good. That's easy. The challenge is to do all that when the times are hard. To go to that as your go-to when you're feeling triggered, like I was last week, feeling very triggered last week. I had to go straight to what I'm about to share with you now. I had to do that because I was being triggered big time. It was a very emotional week. But that's when the work you do is so important. And so that's what the Stronger, Leaner, Lighter program is designed, is to tick all these boxes. I created a program that gives you the strategies and the principles to get you through the tough times, to ensure that your health becomes paramount. And we're launching next week. So if you want to hop on the priority booking page, it's there. Can't wait to launch this with you. We're going to launch this week. We're going to, as always, things didn't go according to plan and a few things we had to do. Right, that's enough of that. Let's get on to what we're talking about today. The 4-step manifestation process. It's the 30th of June. And for all of us who are in lockdown, nice little 3 days to kind of work on this. Or in New South Wales, I'm not sure what you were in, but we're supposedly only to go into Friday. But this is the perfect time, right, to be doing all this. Spend some time. I can't go to the shops. Let me sit down, pour myself a cup of tea. Let's look at where I'm heading. Let's look at what's the next 6 months of this 2021 going to look like for me. Not about what's happening out there. Don't even go there. Uncertainty is really challenging, creates low-grade anxiety and stress. So you got to pull back, right? And you are in charge of how you think and how you feel and how you act. You are in charge of how you think, how you feel, and how you act. What happens out there has got nothing to do with you. As enlightened beings as you are on this call, you know that. You absolutely know. I know you know that. So let's go through the manifestation process. I've done this a number of times, so I'll skip over it, but really important. Number one, make a decision. What is it you truly want? And I want you to get really quiet on this. What do I really want? What is it? Not what I need and not what I don't want. What do I really want? Get quiet, get still. What do I want? That clarity is amazing because I think we talked about confirmation bias and frequency of illusion. And so when you make a statement about what I want, all manner of opportunities, ideas, thoughts, possibilities start to flood in to make whatever that decision is a reality. So it's really important that you are very clear on what you want. And I'm going to share with you the power of how you do that and why. So get clear. And when you catch yourself, when you're saying, I don't want, that's got you. The brain doesn't hear don't or want. It just hears the words you use. So get very clear. Secondly is create the vision. Okay, so if you've got that decision, what does it look like? This is, for those of you, I know many on the call follow Dr. Joe Dispenza, and he talks about this all the time. What's the vision? And I love doing this as part of my meditation every day, daily, where I create this vision, my statement, and I create a vision. And every morning I add a little bit more to this as we time go on, because as I get really clearing the limitations around this vision, the vision gets bigger and brighter and bolder. What does it look like? When you make this decision, what does it look like? What impact will it have on you? What impact will it have on the people around you? Where are you? What are you wearing? What are you doing? Bringing in your soul purpose, of course, how are you expressing through that? Number 3, plan the implementation. All right, if you're going to do that, if you're going to make the decision, create the vision, what's the next step? T. Harv Eker in his book, Millionaire Mindset, said, I've yet to meet a millionaire who's sitting under a tree meditating and a bag of gold falls on his head. You have to put some action into this. Plan the implementation. What I did today, which is a really interesting exercise, if you haven't done this and you're in business, how much money do you want to make? How much do you see your income growing by? What is it? I don't know, million, 2 million, 10 million, 50 million. I don't know what it is. What is it? Maybe 100,000, 200,000, whatever it is. And then divide that by, so how much you want to make a year, divide that by 52 to get weekly, divide that by daily, divide that by hourly. How much is your hourly rate? And can I tell you, it'll make a huge difference to how you spend your time. Okay, can I continue to do this when I can outsource what I'm doing for much less than I could make, and I intend to make? So get very specific. If it's to release the weight that no longer serves you, what do I need to do? I want to, exercise intently every day. Okay, so what does that look like? How are you going to do that? What do I need to shift in my life to make that happen? What do I need to implement to make that happen? So I think for many in this space, this kind of esoteric manifestation space, we forget this part. You have to plan it. If you don't plan, it doesn't happen. And then number 4 is called prepare for adaptation, because things like the snap lockdown could, really severely impact many small businesses here on the coast, especially those in tourism. It just breaks my heart. And the marathon got cancelled yesterday. That's an enormous amount. That's just, it's just don't even go there. But when you have something like that comes out of nowhere, you've got to be prepared to pivot like that. Pivot. So you've got to plan for adaptation. Last year's lockdown really impacted on where my business was going. So I put a lot of things in place last year that now, because of this, doesn't even bother me really. So prepare for adaptation, because it's going to happen. Like when I broke my foot, couldn't walk couldn't walk to the beach for 7, 8 weeks maybe. Had to be prepared. I can't say, I can't do it because I can't walk. No, prepare for adaptation. Change the way I was exercising. The second aspect of this are your words. So important. The words that follow I am, follow you. And in a minute, I'm going to share with you a 4-step process that I use with tapping, manifestation tapping, and I'm going to share how this works. But the words that follow I am, follow you. So when we go back to make a decision, what are the words? So you use the in the now. So I am my perfect weight, perfect health, tons of energy. I am in the most wonderful relationship that I feel extraordinary. I am reversing aging. I feel better than I've had in my entire life. I am a 7-figure income earner with my business that's growing. It's the words that follow I am, follow you. That's why, again, I mentioned before, you have to be so careful about what you're saying. When you say things like, I don't know what to do, guess what? You don't know what to do. Okay, so you change that to say, I always know what to do. Where do I need to do? What do I need to do right now? Where do I need to go right now? What do I need to do right now? I am angry. I am frustrated. Okay, to change that. Okay, right now I'm feeling angry. What do I need to do to shift this? So you want to stay in the now, and the words I am follow you. Listen to other people. Listen to other people and the language that they use. You'll pick it up like that. The negativity at the moment for people, and rightly so, they're in fear, right? I am, and we have to be careful not to be judging others, especially in our family, because everybody's at this space where they're doing the best they can with the knowledge they have. So words that follow I am, follow you. Number 3. Now, we talked about this last week. The key, I honestly believe this is the key. It's forgiveness. Forgiveness of yourself and the people, words, events of your past, because forgiving yourself shifts you from victimhood to empowerment. Now, we've all had situations in our lives where we haven't done what's best for us. We may have said things to others, made decisions in the past based on lack of self-worth that still sit with us. And this especially comes when we're working with weight and body, because you may be feeling, I can't trust my body. My body always lets me down. I hate the way I look. I hate the way I don't like my nose. I don't like my boobs. I don't like my stomach. I always put it back on weight. That's only because in the past you've made those decisions from places of limitation and low self-worth. So it's going back and forgiving yourself and the people, the words and events of your past that caused you to make decisions in the past that were not in your best interest, and they've been made from a position of low self-worth. And, I going back through some of the things I'm doing right now with my intention, some of the stupid decisions I've made in the past because I didn't feel I was good enough, worthy enough, valuable enough. And times I've made decisions when I've been stressed and overwhelmed and angry and frustrated, and I wish I hadn't done them. The only way to do that, the shift, is to forgive myself for that. Give myself permission to forgive myself. Okay, let's look at the comments, and then I'm going to go into the manifestation tapping. Louise, yeah, divide and conquer with chaos and fear. Yeah, works every time. I have sovereign reign over myself. My inner peace is where I have control. Such a great thing for people to learn. Pause, pivot, realign. Absolutely, Louise. So important. And we have to be continually picking ourselves up on it. Because when we change, the Heart Math Institute work, when your heart energy resonates out about a meter around us, if you've ever walked into a room when people have been arguing and they stop talking and you go, whoa, you can feel the energy without anybody saying a word, same thing. So whatever energy you are sharing with others, you are actually resonating. So especially with your circle of influence, the people in your life who really count. And it's a lesson I'm continuing to catch myself doing, where I have to let people that are very, very close to me learn and experience their own lessons. I can't teach them what to do. That part of adulthood, motherhood, where you have to let go and allow for, we made our own mistakes. We did it, thank God, before social media. Oh God, glad I'm not 20 anymore on social media, because I would have been the selfie thing with the too much to drink. Oh my God, that would have been me. I own it. We're allowing, we've got to let them make their mistakes and their errors, and that's really important. All right, let's get on to the manifestation tapping. You might want to have a pen and paper handy here. I'm going to rush through it rather than tap on it, but I'll show you how I'm doing it at the moment. And can I tell you, wow, the things that have been happening, the opportunities that have been presenting themselves. I'm going to share that in a couple of weeks, something that's happened in the US, happening for me in the US at the moment is just amazing. And I know it's come from this particular tapping that I've started to implement. Okay, so here we go. You ready? Got pen and paper ready? Here we go. Number one. Step 1, I am. Make the decision, create the vision. What are the words? What do you want? Get clear. What do you want? I am I am stronger, leaner, lighter. I am energized. I am focused. I am confident in speaking my truth. I am a 6-figure business owner, impacting the lives of millions around the world, whatever it is, I am. So to remember, it's I am right now. You're making the decision, you're creating the vision. Really build on that. What does it look like? Step two. I intend to release all limitations, past, present, and future, across space and time. May not be in this lifetime. I'm hanging on to those limitations. I might have been bringing them from somewhere else. Across space and time. That's my colleague Jenny Johnston's work. Across space and time, to enable this intention to manifest in the perfect way and time. Remember, you're not in charge of time. You're not in charge of the time. How many times in your life have you intended something to happen and it didn't happen in the time, but it happened months later and you go, oh, I get why, because that needed to move into place to make that happen. Remember, you're not in charge of time. All you're in charge is staying clear and focused. So I intend to release all limitations. Now, what I'm doing with this, so I tap on the I am statements. I do a round of that. And then I intend to release all limitations, past, present, and future, across space and time, to enable this intention to manifest in the perfect way and in the perfect time. So you kind of do a whole tapping round on that. Step three, and this is the magic that's happened. I now open my heart and my mind to all intuitive thoughts, ideas, possibilities, and opportunities, to allow my intention to manifest better than I think possible, because we're limited. And this is what happened last week when somebody from the US reached out to me. And when we got talking, what's happened is this has manifested way better than I could ever think possible. It's extraordinary what's happened, which I'll be sharing with you in a couple of weeks. We go live in a couple of weeks with this. But I could never in my life have imagined the opportunity that presented itself to it, and I acted on it. And it's happened twice. There's another one that's brewing at the moment. We're yet to kind of solidify that. But it's better than I think possible. I could not have imagined this. So I open my heart and mind to all intuitive thoughts, ideas, and act on those thoughts. Act on those ideas, see the possibilities, see the opportunities. And finally, which I believe is the most important aspect, I now forgive myself and the people, words, and events of my past that caused me to make decisions from a place of unworthiness or insecurity. And I've added in stupid. Just to kind of, lock it in. All the stupid decisions, because that was just something for me. They were. Some of them were just dumb. And if I knew what I knew now, I wouldn't have made them. But they were stupid decisions, and I walked away from opportunities that presented themselves to me. And, and it was interesting when I was doing this, one particular thing popped up where I had no mentor. If I had a mentor, somebody who could have guided me, the trajectory of what happened over the next coming years would have changed. It was like I kind of then did a big circle and came back. But I had to go out there. But I still remember that day that an opportunity presented itself and I couldn't see the possibilities, and I chose something else, which, I know it all leads and all that stuff, but that it was a decision that still haunts me, I guess is the word. I wish I'd. Remember those wish I'd? Like Louise is on the call, and when we're training in EFT, we did this whole thing of we do a 90-day, what we call 90-day peace procedure, where we write a list of everything that we wish hadn't happened or had differently or had a different outcome. And we go and tap on all of those. And it's extraordinary if you're really honest with yourself, how much deep resentment that you actually have for some of the decisions you've made in the past. It was very, very powerful process. But we can do that by just intending, I forgive myself and the people, words, events in my past that caused me to make decisions from a place of unworthiness and insecurity. And as I said, I make stupid decisions. That's just me. And that's what I felt it needed to be, because they were stupid. When I look back, and they were stupid, and that's okay. I own it. I'm going to tap on it. So I now forgive myself and the people, words, and events of my past that caused me to make stupid decisions from a place of unworthiness or insecurity. And I just tap on that. And as the things come up, I forgive it. I forgive it. I forgive it. I forgive it. Now, those particular 4 steps I'm doing every morning. I write them in my journal. I tap on them in the shower when I'm waiting for the conditioner in my hair. If I'm driving, I'll say it as a mantra. Every time I have a limiting thought, idea, especially what's going on now, I go back and say it. So create your own, but use that methodology, and that can really help make a huge difference. Yeah, Louise, clearing the regret is paramount. Absolutely. A lot of regret, resentment, anger, all those emotions we are not supposed to have, because we're nice women and, we have to focus on the good thing. No, if you've got deep resentment and anger sits inside of you, you're going to make very different decisions. And the minute something comes up that reminds you of that regret, your subconscious immediately will go to making poor decisions. It'll go back. You're not worthy. You're not valuable. Who do you think you are? What makes you think you're so special? What makes you think you can change this, especially when it comes to releasing weight? What makes you think you can lose weight after all this time you've done so much else in the past? You have to get to that. Give yourself permission to get and tap and release and forgive the resentment, the anger, and the regret. It's just in your mind. It's in your psyche. It doesn't make you wrong for having it. What makes it wrong is if you hang on to it. All right, we are up. Oh, we're well over time. I hope today's session has been really valuable. I hope that you use this time to get quiet, get still. I think those in New South Wales, maybe Northern Territory. I don't know if you're Northern Territory, New South Wales, you're in a little bit more of a lockdown. We're supposedly only having 3 days. Use this. Use a quiet time. We live in an apartment building on a main road. And last night, almost every light was on in every building. I've never seen this before. And hardly anybody driving on this long street, which is really extraordinary. And yet one of my clients lives downtown in Surfers Paradise. She's in the around holiday units, and there were hardly any lights on. Oh, my heart just breaks for those tourism industry at the moment. They are copying it. Oh, hey, Sally. Beautiful. Timely advice. Always perfect timing. Always perfect timing. All right, everybody, I love you and leave you. Get really clear on what you want. Remember, you are master manifestors. Master manifestors. And if you're manifesting something in your life right now that's not what you want, ask the question, what's going on for me? What do I need to clear? Get clear on what you want. Am I limiting myself? Excited for your announcement. Thanks, Louise. I'll be able to share that. We're going live on the 14th of July, so we'll be doing a Facebook and Instagram live. But very exciting opportunity coming up. Very excited, and as I said, it was one of those things that out of the blue, and we just started talking, and oh my God, just terrific. And I would never have thought of it. Never thought of it. But it's kind of fitting in, fitting in. Universe works in strange, mysterious ways. You're very welcome, Louise. Anybody else, if you are interested in the Stronger, Leaner, Lighter priority booking, there it is. And I look forward to sharing with you this phenomenal program. That's somebody asked me the other day, how long did it take you to write? I said 35 years. 35 years to write it. I'm very excited. All right, my lovelies, have a wonderful, wonderful next couple of days. And let's all create our own energy to intend an outcome here far greater than we thought possible. There's a little chinks in the armor and the wall at the moment. And then I think, part of it is us enlightened people lifting, raising elevation. Don't get caught in the dogma. All right. Have a wonderful week, everybody. And I shall see you next week on the Stronger, Leaner, Lighter show. Thanks for being with me. Bye for now.